bebop, 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 yaddy 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 yo.
Welcome, welcome, hello, and it is Travel Quest Network's weekly Chatter Live coming to you from Atlanta, Georgia. I am one of your hosts here, Joshua Harrell, and I am supported by my fellow host, who I'm so happy to have 2 weeks in a row.
Can you believe it?
I cannot believe it. This is Jason Block.
How the heck are you?
We are ready for a good show today.
Yeah!
I feel.
Evan's ready.
Yeah. So there are certain sound effects that you might hear, and that's Evan. That's Evan, our producer behind the screen, or behind the camera, and he is. That is his way to comment on things. So yeah, we love it.
We don't give him a microphone.
Yeah,
he does have his.
He hasn't asked for one though. I mean, that would be like on my first day. I'd be like, hey, do you want me to have a microphone? Like, I mean, I could do it.
You'd be angling for the mic.
He says, no way, no way. Well, if this is your first time, has I spit? Sorry. If this is your first time to the show, welcome. This is a show all about travel, being a travel entrepreneur, and it is supported by the lovely, incomparable network of independent travel professionals who make up Travel Quest Network. So if you don't know about Travel Quest Network, you can check us out on travelquestnetwork.com, but you do not have to be a travel entrepreneur to watch the weekly chatter live, because, I mean, we talk about a little bit of everything, don't we?
We do. We cover the range sometimes.
Cover the range, and mostly we want to have a great time with you, and just a great way to wrap up the weekend. If you are a member of our members only Facebook group, then that is where the chatter in weekly chatter is happening, or the live chatter is happening, because there's chatter after the show for sure. So please, if you are a member of our members only Facebook group, please join in on the chat. Share your wins, share your challenges, say hello, tell us where you're coming in from. What else do you want to know? Do we have a prompt we should ask them?
Do we have a prompt?
Yeah, like, do you like to wear boxers or briefs? Like, just
that wouldn't have been the first one, although if you want to answer that, go for it.
Okay. And where do onesies come in on that one? I don't know.
I don't know, but I feel like if you had your druthers, a onesie might be in your repertoire.
Anyway, because it keeps it taut. If it's the same, it keeps it taut.
Got it.
But again, this is a travel show, so let's talk about travel.
Let's.
All right. So, how was your week, Jason?
It has been a busy week. We have a lot of development going on, as you know, and we're working towards the final stages of some really cool stuff. So you'll all be seeing that soon. Those of you who are Travel Quest Network members, of course, and if you're not, well, maybe you should be.
And when we say development,
yes.
See, this is something that I've learned now that we've become a technology company as well. Is it means the technology development?
Yes.
Because you develop all sorts of things. I used to work in cosmetics, and we developed amazing lipsticks and mascaras. But development in our world is technology. So
and there's development of other things happening too. So
I'm glad you worked that in. Yeah. That was kind of what I was setting up for. Yes.
See how that was a softball. He sets it up, and I just.
Oh, is that a football term?
No.
You said softball.
That's not a football term.
Oh, okay. Well, never.
That's a softball term. Or baseball, maybe.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm not going to win on that one. Sorry, I had to get the chat going. You know, ever since you started doing, like, you were doing the chat.
Yeah.
Now my chat comes in backwards too.
So it's my fault.
I just I'm not sure which one's up and which one's down. So hold on a second, guys.
It makes it confusing, doesn't it?
And this is more like this. What does that mean? More like this. I don't know if I want more like that. All right, stand by, guys, because I do want to get to your chat, and I see you in there. I'm just trying to figure out why everything looks so much different than I remembered it being. So hold on. Let's talk amongst yourselves.
It looks like, Joshua, from our week of sales, it looks like there were a lot of wins. So if you haven't already, put your wins for the weekend, and a challenge too if you got one of those.
Yes. And guys, I brought my sippy cup. I don't know if I ever brought it here. I think
That
I
is
just
shiny. Where did you get that?
Well, I get inspired by watching a lot of Netflix and and also YouTube programs just like this. But Jennifer Lopez for 1 year really had a moment where she was carrying around sparkly glasses. So this is my.
So you were inspired by J-Lo.
Yeah. Also, I'm trying to not drink Pepsi, so that's trying to correct that habit.
Why would one drink Pepsi to begin with, Joshua?
Because it is
In the home of Coca-Cola.
It is the nectar of the gods, and
Pepsi.
Yeah, and our coworker and sometimes co-host Relia, she realized because anytime I go to a restaurant, I say, I'll have a Pepsi if you have it, and they say we have Coke. And I'm like, oh. So she heard me say that once, and then she stocked me up with Pepsi.
So, do you have Pepsi? So when you go to events in your event rider, do you specify that there'll be Pepsi in the room?
Well, actually, right now I hadn't really thought about a rider, so at this point, I think that's now in my rider.
But we have an event coming up,
I know, but you know what? I sacrifice. I don't even eat. I have one Tic Tac a day, and that's all I need.
We'll bring a 12-pack for you.
Yeah. My goodness. Oh, yes. It has been a busy week. Yes, there's been a lot of things going on in development and a lot of things going on in the network in general. A lot of great partner conversations. Some things I can't share with you right now. But definitely we'll be sharing on the next all call. So again, make sure that you are registered for the all calls. Those happen every single month, and you can find them in the events section of our WorldVia Pro platform. So please do that. I mean, we've had some really good all calls, and most recently last week, I mean, you should watch it if you didn't see it. A lot of great information being shared there. So lots you could easily miss it if you were busy, if you were Lisa Phillips and you were selling a lot of travel, but you definitely want to tune into the all call where we share a lot of good information.
No, the all call's great. I'm glad we do those.
Yes.
But I'm sorry, I know you have an agenda. I just can't get off of the idea of an event rider and what you might put on yours if you had one.
So is that really we went away from boxers and briefs to in onesies?
Well,
what would be?
I'd love to hear from you all. I bet you have some great items for Joshua to add to his event rider.
I would like to know because this is legit.
Yeah.
Okay, too legit to quit. Hey, okay, sorry.
I was not expecting an
you
MC
were
Hammer
yeah. It's I started wearing the harem pants. It's now like started to happen. Okay. Anyway, I have found it funny as I bring family members to World, Core, road shows, getaways, all those things. Who I think I am and who you think I am are very different. But when you talk to my family, you have made me sound very much, is that a prima donna-ish? I don't know. But people imagine that I travel with like bags and bags of shoes. I mean...
I can't imagine anyone would call you that.
Not at all, but you just said that I might have a rider that would have Pepsi on it.
Well, we might have all kinds of things. That's what's...
So what, for those of you who are tuning in live, if if at all, you could imagine, like, because Evan is here and he'd kind of be in charge of that. So, what does Evan need to put on the rider for my next event? And let's see where that goes. But let's move right along to what's going on in the chat here. Let's see here. Alan, Erica, we got lots of people watching us today. Teresa said, working on packaging swag for a fun event I am a sponsor of. Mom Prom.
Ooh.
What? Teresa, is
what's Mom
that
Prom?
is that where you've got graduates and if they have a prom, then the moms get a prom?
I don't know.
I've never heard that term before. I'm excited about it. You go. So if you're having a mom prom though, is it, do you get a mom prom queen? Because at the point that you're a
You
mom,
totally should.
yeah, but at the point that you're a mom, I feel like every mom is a queen.
Yeah.
So I feel like not having. I realize this mic is like right over my head, so I probably am shouting right in everybody's ear. I apologize. Oh, now it's in the shot. Sorry, guys. We are so professional here. Anyway, sorry. I feel like every mom is a queen.
Yeah.
That if another mom won the crown and I was a mom,
Would that tarnish the evening?
I think I would leave immediately. I'd be like, yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to know what a mom prom is, though.
Yes, come on, Teresa, let us know about it. Danielle is joining us. Happy Friday, everyone. Let's see. Okay, so I am out of order here because somebody had something in keys. I can't catch up with that, but all I know is that our Jesse said, sounds like a great birthday. Happy belated. So I don't know who that one is for, but we'll figure it out pretty soon. Rachel said, working on finalizing a contract for a destination wedding at Atelier for 50 guests.
Ooh, nice.
Very nice deal. Okay, and Michelle is trying to take Bill's job. Michelle is giving us a national holiday.
What's the holiday?
The national holiday is National Elevator Day. I don't even know where to go with that. Like, loving an elevator. That's all only part I know.
Well, that one's a very weird one, isn't it? Because most of them, they're things that people either really like or the things that, they sell a lot of out there. Like, it's donut day. Okay, let's sell a bunch of donuts. No one's going out and buying an elevator, I don't think.
Yeah, but isn't it in celebration of elevators? Because back in the day when you had to wear your high-waisted pants, you had to go up the stairs, And so I was watching a program.
Are elevators in danger of going away? Like, do they feel the
well,
need?
no, we're like
as
saying,
an industry, we
yay
need to carve out
for
a day?
the elevator. Like, I mean, it's a cool thing. But I was watching some kind of a period piece, and it had. It had this elevator, but it didn't have any doors on it. I mean, I've seen the old ones where it had like a screen that would go across. Yeah. This didn't have anything. And so you just there was the floor.
So if you're not paying attention, you decapitate it. That's it.
Well, I guess so. I mean, that definitely could happen.
What countries was this in?
Well, it was an Eastern European show. I have been moving around Netflix, so but it was older. So I mean, it was supposed to be like back in the day.
Okay.
That could possibly happen. Oh, and also we did want to point out that do we look taller? No, we didn't get a shorter table. We put stilts on the chairs, so we're feeling very in your face right now at the moment. So just wanted to give you that. But Teresa's now also trying to put Bill out of job, so we haven't even gotten to Bill yet. Teresa said today is National Water Park Day.
Okay, now that one I can get behind.
Okay. Do you like a good water park?
I used to.
Yeah.
I used to.
What about you? Now it's just not a thing?
Yeah, not so much. Kids still do.
I like a lazy river.
And now, lazy river.
I mean, who first came up with the lazy river?
I don't know, but they're a genius.
They are. Because I do not want to get in there and nearly drown with a wave pool. Mm-hmm. But I want to float around, and that's a pretty awesome thing. Mm-hmm. So National Water Park Day. Hey, while we're down in Orlando, maybe we can sneak away And do a little water park action.
There's a great lazy river right in the sister property right next door.
Oh.
Just saying.
So see, guys, you have to know this about. Sorry. Is this the Travel Quest World hat? So Travel Quest World is coming up September 8th, 9th, and 10th at the Waldorf Astoria in Orlando, and it's in the Bonnet Creek area.
Mm-hmm.
And there's several hotels there, but there's a sister Hilton next door that you and Angela out there, Angela Larson, have said is the best non-Disney property.
I think so.
And it was such a you recommend it so highly that's why we went right there and said, hey, can we do our event there?
Mm-hmm.
And so you're going to be the guide.
Oh, good.
Yeah, you're going to be the guide.
There is nothing more dangerous, I assure you, than trying to be the guide to a group of hundreds of travel professionals.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that is not a place that is not a chair you want to be sitting in. Because
I
every one of them knows more than you do.
Yep. Well, at one of our Diamond Voyages, where we're with some of our Crown members, I've told the story about losing my luggage and not having insurance, and I have never actually felt in harm's way as much as in that moment. So I can't imagine, guiding them around. But
That's
yeah.
So they can guide me.
Yeah.
It's all about knowing your strengths.
Exactly, know your strengths. But if you do want to come to Travel Quest World, obviously there is a lazy river that you can enjoy. Ooh, we're now on camera. We don't have numbers on the camera, so it's this camera over here. There's lazy river. There's a lot of fun. The schedule, the agenda at a glance is now up. If you go to travelquestworld.com and hit the register button, it'll take you over to the site where you can get to the agenda. We need to work out a faster way for you to get there. Believe me, duly noted. But you can see the agenda at a glance and see what's going on there. But there is still space for you to get in. But I am very excited that we have 57 of our travel partners coming to support our members live and in person, and that are trusting us to put on a world experience.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, it just keeps getting bigger and better, and we sold out the first go of it, and then we had a huge wait list, so we opened up the checkbook and secured a lot more space, and
Yeah.
So there are some spots.
Yeah,
left,
let me tell you, getting this one to open the checkbook is pretty much just like you've got it on like Thumb Pass and everything. I was like, I'll fill it out for you. You just have to sign it, and you were like, no, that's not how that works.
Joshua hands a stack of just blank checks. He's like, here, sign these.
Yeah. Just like, yeah, that's not how.
Wardrobe ordering.
Yes, I need lots of handbags right now. But anyway, please, if you can come, we would love to see you there. And it is going to be, the reason why we call it World is it's our biggest event of the year, period. This is our biggest event that we have ever done. Mm-hmm. I guess they're going to just continue to get bigger. But it really is bringing the whole world of our members and our travel partners together to kind of focus around what we do best, and that's turning passions into profits.
Yeah. And, if any of you are out there saying, oh, gosh, I remember when it was, 50 of us here, and, I don't want it to be too big. It's nothing like some of the bigger, giant industry conferences where there's thousands of people. So it's still going to be a very intimate group. And, we try to pick venues that have nice places to gather. So there's going to be lots of opportunities for kind of just one-on-one or small group connections. So, while it is our biggest event, it's not so big that you won't be able to find people or things like that. And I'm really excited. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's our mission to make it fun.
Absolutely.
If it is not fun, then we failed.
That's right.
Yeah. So anyway, so that was all off of National Water Park Day. But while I'm on that, it has closed. The nominations have closed. But I went to sit down, and I was not pleasantly surprised. I almost said something completely different. But there was a Questy Award from the last time I was talking about it. So if you don't know about the Questies are our annual. I don't know which camera to look at, Evan. I will stop. Am I over here? Okay. Our Questy Awards are our annual awards that that highlight the winners in sales growth, travel category, and then there's also awards around. I feel like I'm batting. Am I doing softball? I'm doing softball now. We have categories for marketing, for all sorts of marketing, and we also have one of our favorite categories, and that's the Monarch agencies, and also selecting the Monarch Agency of the Year, which is our. I mean, it's the big one. It's the big one, and the only reason why I have one of the Monarch Agency Awards in my hand is because it was a typo, and so that's the only reason. We don't make like extra, just have them lying around. Yeah, it's in my hands, but it was actually for our Monarch Agency of the Year. Now I finally looked at it. I was scared to look at it because I was like, oh, it could be like somebody who shouldn't have won it or something like that. So by accident, our Monarch Agency of the Year, Angie Ryan, we printed her up a Monarch Agency Award. So now I will show her name, but she loses her crown. Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe
She might hold on to it. I'm not sure. But anyway, Evan, pointy end on the chair, not a nice experience. So thank you. Yeah. Anyway, moving right along. So very cool week this week. You know, we have been doing all this. I felt like, you were talking about how at World we're not going to be so big that you can't have intimate moments. Yeah. And all of a sudden I'm like rubbing your arm. Like I was like I just want to acknowledge it so we know that that's not the relationship. That's not what goes on here. Whew! Coming back. All right. So, been very excited. Not only do we do the weekly chatter live, which we have a lot of fun with, and you guys seem to have a lot of fun with as well, but we have a lot of other programming. And the reason why we call it programming is because we program it in. We want to make sure we have very good, entertaining, infotainment content for you. We do not like to do the W word, webinar. That's awful. Nobody wants to do that. So we do programs. And we had been lining up a lot of new programs for this year, but timing wise, we were doing our road shows. Finally now things are starting to fill up. The calendar is really getting full. And this week we had 2 partner spotlights in the Sequin Palace. Nice. We had one with Jen Halbeth, the CEO from Riverside Cruises. Which was a fun conversation. She said, oh my God, that hour went by so fast. And do you know what? Every time I work with a partner and I say a partner spotlight is about an hour, they say, oh, we'll be done in 30. And I'm like, it was so good to see you and have you here. Now it's time for you to leave. So Jen was here. Then we had Lauren Harris here with Virgin Voice, not here in the studio, but she was doing a virtual partner spotlight with Erica out of her Sequin Palace in New Jersey. So we have, like when we file, I feel like you might be able to answer this question. Okay. Like when we're doing our accounting stuff for the IRS, do we have to,
the global symbol
for IRS, yeah. Do we have to label the New Jersey Sequin Palace? Is that like one of the things that we have to do when we do some itemization?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay. But wouldn't that be fun if we did?
Would you like to?
I also feel like you would immediately get a letter that says that you would be audited.
The schedules, but...
I feel like all of a sudden that would be the year you get audited is when that happens. So, and the other big thing, I forgot all about this.
Yeah.
The partner spotlights are now podcasts.
Oh, cool.
So you can now listen
to
yes, because it magically happened while we were doing
That's awesome.
doing our show with Jen. So if you did want to tune in and listen to us talk to our friends at our different brands, then please go to your favorite podcasting station and subscribe, and listen to our podcast.
What's it called? Is it Travel Quest Network Partner Spotlight.
Evan? Yeah, there we go.
I love when we title things logically.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that would make it easy to find, but it really wasn't referenced there on the card here. So
that's
yeah,
great.
So while you're doing the walking of the dog and the pooping and the scooping,
Yeah.
you can listen to some great information on Riverside Luxury Cruises or Virgin Voyages.
That's cool. Speaking of Virgin, do you see they are bringing back their festival thing? I have it here in my stack.
Okay, yeah, but you spilt water on it by
I know,
accident. Do
now
you want a
it's
new
all, like,
stack?
Sticking together.
Because I have a stack too.
But yeah, they're bringing back. It's on your show. Here it is. They're bringing back.
They're bringing Sexy
their
back?
festival on the Scarlet Lady, Valiant Lady, and Resilient Lady, August through September.
So what was the festival? I didn't know anything about it.
So you get multi-course dinners with wine, and there's chef demonstrations and all kinds of cool things. And then they have some of the events that are included in the cruise, and some are paid, and those range between $9 and $125 a person. And then Valiant Lady will have its own event as well, and they're calling it Let's Get Choco Lit. So that's going to feature chocolate and pastries, and I'm presuming alcohol. I don't know, but
I feel like the lit part kind of gave that one away, right? Yeah.
But they're just tearing it up.
Lit. They're
just
tearing
it up.
Yep.
And you all are booking a lot of Virgin Voyages.
Yeah.
It's a great product. Still haven't been on it myself, but everything I hear, every single person I talk to.
I haven't been on it either, but this week before the Partner Spotlight, I got to speak with Lauren and just talk about the business, and they're seeing amazing growth all over the place. But we were really drilling into the numbers, and from what we're seeing, they're not taking away share from the competitors. Everybody says they don't have a competitor, but they're not really. They're actually bringing a heck of a lot of new people in, which I think that is overall a great thing for the industry. So.
Oh, absolutely.
So absolutely. Sir Richard Branson and all of your team over there, in particular Miss Lauren, because I do love Miss Lauren. You haven't had a chance to meet Miss Lauren, but she is fantastic. You're doing a good job. Keep it up. And I love the fact that some of our members say, I would never cruise, but I will cruise on Virgin Voyages. So I think that's a huge testament.
Yeah, absolutely.
And just a reminder, on our blog, travelquestnetwork.com/blog, you can always check out some great information that will help you in your travel business. And the new one is the importance of fresh web content and updating your website, which is sometimes, when you say update the website, people think, oh, you've got to redesign the look and the feel. And it's not. Just make sure that pages are getting updated, even meta descriptions, something that says that, hey, we're still here. So anyway, definitely lots of things to check out, and I know Erica will be joining us in a little bit to talk about what's coming up next. But right now, we have our Tyler Rose, Miss Velma Tollison waiting. Oh, she just stepped away. We got to give her a minute. We've got a new screen where I can see everything going on, so I saw that Velma had got up. Now she's back. Our Velma Rose, are you there?
I am. I'm here. I had to, Jack wanted to go outside, and that takes precedence over everything. So,
believe me, if I was not here, I'd be with my dogs, and they do take precedence. In fact, yes. I found out I have this white suit that I've only worn, there's not too many opportunities to wear a white suit, but it had a nice little belt, and my puppy had chewed the belt. But apparently everyone in my family knew that this had happened until I went to wear it today. And that's when I got to discover it. So anyway, dogs are great.
Yeah, they
Velma,
are.
Velma, what are our numbers? What's going on there?
Well, Joshua, let me tell you.
I hope you will.
This is a new day in numbers. That we have something very different. We have a first and third situation. Yes. We have two number three winners this week. Isn't that, I mean, identical? Can you believe that?
Okay. I wasn't
Oh,
sure where we were going with that. So, okay.
yeah, I know. You were afraid. I scare you
Yeah, I
sometimes.
was like first and third. What's going on?
Yeah, first and third. Okay. So in the number three slot, two members, one of them has a gross sales week for the week, 98,220, with a
Okay.
weekly revenue of 13,062.
Okay. Not too
Another
shabby.
member, yeah, another member has their gross sales were 112,000 with the same weekly revenue of 13,062. So,
So, just
yeah,
looking at that, I
it's high.
mean, it's not a huge difference, but just the mix. The one had to sell less in sales to make more revenue.
This is true. That member sold Viking, Virgin, and sandals.
Fantastic.
Yes, and then the second member sold Carnival, Celebrity, Holland America, NCL, and Royal Caribbean.
I feel like at that point, because sometimes there'll be a story where there's like multiple products in there. But like if you're gonna sell all the cruise lines, then I don't know. Like, I don't know. We're still working this out, but it's fantastic information.
It
So
is.
who's
It is.
who's in the number two position?
Number two, gross sales 261,624
Wow, big
with
jump.
a revenue for the week of 18,478. And this was one group on Celebrity.
Okay, so Velma, have you been on Celebrity?
I have. It's
What
amazing.
it is amazing.
Very
I mean
classy. It's a very
the
classy cruise line.
yes, classy, but sometimes classy can be like British classy, like gentlemen's
No,
club classy. That's not
classy,
them.
but not pretentious. No.
Yes, not pretentious. A lot of
Yeah,
fun.
a lot
Well,
of fun.
well, that's going to be a fun group. Okay, so now let's see if Evan got a
Yeah.
better drum roll that actually has a clash at the end with the cymbals. Nope, it sounds like he didn't. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Okay. So, gross sales for the week 176,000 with a
oh,
weekly revenue of 20,249, and this is a group. This is a group with Apple Vacations.
wow. So two groups in the bunch, but look at that. They sold less than number two,
Hmm.
and their revenue was little less than 2 grand more. Way to
That's
go.
right. There
Way
you
to
have it.
go.
Yeah.
Well, so what do you? I know Erica's going to join us in a little bit, but well, you've got a conversation coming up next week, right?
I do. I'll be saying aloha.
Oh, I know. Aloha, Rebecca, aren't you?
Yes.
Oh, I
Yes.
cannot wait.
What a neat lady, really.
Yeah, and something that she has been a part of the weekly chatter ever since the very beginning, and
Hmm.
when you say own niching down, she has turned her passion into profits. Being someone who's lived in Hawaii, she just knows how to do it. So
She does.
I cannot wait to see that.
Yes. Yes.
So I look forward to that, and that is Monday at 1 p.m.
Eastern time. Yes.
Eastern time. Well, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for bringing us the numbers. We'll see you soon, okay?
I'll see you next week.
Uh, why are you going to see me next week?
I believe I'm going to be talking groups there at your location.
What? What? You're coming to Atlanta next week, and you're going to be talking about groups? Are you just
Yes.
talking about groups randomly? No, you're doing it in an immersion, right?
No, there's going to be a structure there. Yes.
Well,
Yeah. So,
yes. Everybody, those of you who are coming here for the first groups immersion, hosted by our education manager Erica Scanelli, our director of operations Jesse Mishler, and our growth manager Velma Tollison, you guys
yes.
are in for quite the treat. And I have to say, I'm a little, I have a little anxiety because this is the first time that I will not be hosting the weekly chatter. I'm leaving you with them.
Wow.
Me with them or them with me? Which one are you more worried about?
I'm actually more worried about Evan.
You're going to tune in next week. None of this will be here. It'll just be a clean, plain background.
Why don't you just broadcast from your office? Like that would be like just a nice neutral background. No, I cannot wait to see you, and I can't wait to see our members who are coming. So we are gonna have a fantastic time. Have a wonderful weekend.
You
See you
too.
soon.
All right. Bye.
Bye, Velma. But what a great week to all of those, all four of those.
Yes.
All four. Big numbers.
Really big numbers.
Yeah.
I mean that's that's not too shabby.
Not at all.
Not
at
too
all.
shabby. Let's see. I have some notes here. One says there's a group immersion next week.
Sure enough is.
There sure was, or is. It's happened. Also, those of you who are looking for information on the getaway to the Miraval Harmony, be checking your inbox very, very soon. You will be getting information on that. We're very excited. We have plenty of cabins for you. So the dates are December. Well, that was great.
Cabins and cabins.
Well, you know what? I've had a busy day already. Okay, I don't know where I am. So we have lots of rooms, and it is December 7th through the 10th at the Miraval Harmony. This is where we had our inaugural getaway, and now it has become a main. This is the main event. It's not the main event, but it's one of our main events. And we look forward to. Miraval is very, very excited to be hosting us because you guys have been really, really supportive of their brand. So I'm looking at the wrong camera. We're still getting used to these three cameras. I don't know how Desi and Lucille did, but yeah. Also, we didn't have any submissions, Jason, for our video questions. So if you have missed out, you can just shoot a little video and ask Jason and Joshua a question for the weekly chatter, like Hannah did a few weeks back. Send that to support@travelquestnetwork.com, and we would be so excited to answer that on the air.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that Hannah was the first one to jump on it, but then everybody else. I am removing 10 points from Gryffindor. There you go. So yes. All right. So I hear New Jersey's in the house. That was that not that sound wasn't. You don't like the horn. The bugle doesn't really say New Jersey, but I heard the New Jersey sound. This is the point where in our show where I thought, see, Evan's got to create better rules around the three cameras because he did say that we were going to do it differently. But now I've got the camera. I am very happy to bring in Erica Scanelli, our education manager, who is going to tell us, and like she's going to be like zipping through all these things that are coming up next week that you need to tune into or you need to be live at, right? Erica, are you there?
Hello. Happy Friday from the tax haven of New Jersey.
Oh, See, in New Jersey, you could say something itemized and say, okay, well, we have 100 by 100 square feet is the Sequin Palace. And they'd be like, it doesn't matter. It's New Jersey. It's okay.
That's cool. That's cool. Right now, the dog's sleeping on the sequins, but the bottom's out of view, so it's okay. It's cool. Don't worry. Don't panic, Joshua. See, and you're worried about the status of the studio. Take a sip. What's in that drink? Take a sip. So I have, it was going to be kind of the punch of my conversation, but Velma announced we're going to be live from Roswell next week for the group immersion. So I am super excited about that. You guys that are attending are receiving an email actually right about now that has your agenda and lots of cool details. Our friend Robin from Royal Caribbean is going to be joining us for a dinner, which is super special. So we are really looking forward to fully immersing. And you know what else is happening next week? I am having a power talk with Ariane from Club Med. And
oh, yes.
I'm really excited about that because you know what I know about Club Med?
No.
Club Med's like a legacy brand in travel, right?
Yes.
So one of the things that's super cool about Club Med properties is you can pretty much guarantee they are on some of planet Earth's best beaches.
Oh.
Without fail.
When you started referencing planet Earth, because I know that you can go a little sci-fi, I was like, where are we going? Is this like...
Well, that makes sense, though,
Yeah.
right? I mean, if you have a green field to choose from.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And they had good scouting. They did a good job. So Club Med, beautiful.
And in case you didn't know, you don't have to buy stuff with beads anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
When is that one, Erica?
That's on Wednesday. Power Talks Wednesday.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, the Crown Call is happening next week. So be sure Crown members will receive your invitations. So join us for the Crown Call.
Yes. And if you are a Crown Club member, you get a Outlook invitation for the meeting. So if you do accept it, it should show up on your calendar automatically. But it is the first Wednesday of the month at 5 p.m. Eastern. So please mark your calendars. Did I say that wrong, Erica?
Nope, you said it exactly right.
Okay, good. I was like, I'm the one that sends out the invitation, so I was like, I could really mess this up if I'm wrong.
Joshua will be the only one on the call.
And it will be it'll be such a lively conversation.
It'll be lively. I bet it would be. I honestly, we could record that, and that could be our new podcast series.
Yes.
I know we're launching one, but we are ready. We got to think scalability here with the podcasts.
I think that's great.
I'll just close because
Yeah.
I know you're I'm getting the hook. So just to announce, more fam opportunities are coming our way. I heard you talking about Classy Celebrity, and we've got a Seminar at Sea opportunity with Celebrity Cruises that will be posted. I'll probably be working on that once I'm done, hanging up here. Will be posted on World Via Pro. That's where you find all your announcements.
Yes. Can we just take a minute there and just say, guys, those of you who have been with us for a long time, we've had different platforms, different websites for information. Nothing compares to you. Oh, I just had to go there for a minute. The little Prince and Sinead O'Connor. But World Via Pro has all the information. So the moment we get information, yes, we can send out an email, but it goes to World Via Pro first. So please make that homepage your homepage every time you open up Chrome or whatever your web browser might be, I don't know why anybody uses anything other than Chrome, but I'm just saying if you do, make it your homepage, because you are missing out on opportunities that they'll go fast. It's not like FAM opportunities are just open, they're not unlimited. But there's promotions, special exclusive sessions. There's so much going on right now. It feels very, very strange because we went through a period where it was so quiet. There was other stuff going on in the world. And now it's like, boom, boom, boom. We've got so many people on FAMs coming up in the next couple of weeks. You better be checking. If you put in your Instagram to follow the hashtag TQN Travel. That's our secret hashtag that you put in the first comment of your posts in social media. And if you follow that hashtag, you'll see posts from all of our members and our team members who are traveling around the world. And it is so much fun. It's really a cool way to spend an afternoon, evening, or while you're sitting at the dentist waiting to be seen. You can really get lost in it. So please do that. Erica, thank you so much for joining us. You are such a joy. And thank you for you opened up the Sequin Palace Jersey Annex. I like
That's
that.
right. Yeah. We'll make it work. Get accounting on that. Happy Friday, guys.
Bye. Happy Friday to you. Take care. Oh my goodness.
That's great.
Lots going on.
Yeah.
I forgot everybody
group
was going to be
submersions.
here next week.
Huh?
I forgot everybody was going to be here this week or next week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are
Group
you,
submersion is gonna be cool.
it's going to be very cool. And
I'm excited
having
for it.
Jesse, Velma, Erica,
Yeah.
all in the studio at one time. No, they're not going to do it that way. I wanted to see if he was. I was going to see his like Evan. Evan's like, no, I'm I'm out sick.
No, I'm very excited.
Yeah, it's. We've been talking about it for a long time, and when Erica joined us, she said, "Oh, I am all over that."
Yeah.
So, you guys are going to get a lot of information. Erica, Jesse, Velma, they've spent months on this. This is really going to be something that is born from their experience, but also the questions and experiences that you have had that you've shared with us.
Right.
So, what a great way to power up over a couple of days around groups.
No question.
And as we've seen just with the sales this week, groups is where it's at.
Yep.
I don't think that's a good tagline, but
No,
So-
but we understand the point.
all right. So is this now? Can we go to chat, or do we want to
Yeah.
do headline? Okay, let's do some chat.
Yeah.
All right. So there was some clarification on the hashtag, the secret hashtag.
Okay.
So Eileen, I'm sorry. I always feel like I do something wrong with Eileen on a regular basis. I forget to email her something or whatever. Eileen, you are a post-it note on my wall. But just to clarify, the secret hashtag that you put in the comments. So you do your normal post, but you don't need to put a secret hashtag in your post. You just put it in as a comment after you publish your post. And it is TQN for Travel Quest Network and then travel singular. So hashtag TQN travel. It sounded like I said something else. So thankfully, Patty jumped in and corrected that. Let's see here. Hold on a second. Oh, and then Michelle said, seeing Erica Scanelli made me realize I still need to do my homework for groups immersion next week. Oops.
Get it done.
12 points away from Gryffindor. You know, I said that about Gryffindor earlier, and I think it was Kara said, luckily I'm Ravenclaw, or somebody did. So, yeah. Let's see. All right, let's go to the headlines.
Did we get any clarification on the mom prom? really
Not
curious
that
what
I
that
can
is.
tell, because ever since you went in and started doing the comments, They're all backwards. Everybody's
See how this
celebrating
goes?
somebody, and I don't even know.
See how this goes? This is called lack of personal accountability here.
Yeah. Stephanie with an F.
Evan's with me.
Hey, Stephanie with an F said, Erica, is there still space for the group's immersion? And can you get in touch with her? Because I think there might be. Yeah, Erica, I'll hit you up afterwards. It's Stephanie with an F. All right. Yeah, we're all over the place with Andy. Andy likes celebrity, so
It's exciting that that we have a lot more fans going.
oh yeah, yeah.
And they do fill up like instantaneously. So Joshua's right. Like it's not just like a line to be checking out Pro regularly. Like when they get posted, they fill quickly.
Yes, yeah. And one of the things about FAMs that I've learned, I mean, I haven't been in the industry very long, but the more FAMs you go to and you really make an impression with that supplier partner, the more that not only does the agency, not only does World Via get more opportunities,
Right.
but they also have a secret stash for the people that they want to invite back. So one time we should just do something where we talk about how to not behave, but how to really make an
How to make the
impression
most of it, yes.
at a FAM. So
Some
yeah,
do's and don'ts.
yeah. But there are things that they do move very, very fast. I think we did a bunch of cabins with Holland America to Alaska coming up in the next couple of weeks,
Yep.
and it was gone.
Like a day.
Yeah, it didn't take long. But you know what I do before we go over to the news? I have
Yep.
Bill, who again things are out of order, but he said today I bring a different type of holiday.
Oh.
Today is National Talk in an Elevator Day.
Interesting.
Yeah, I like where everybody's getting their sources from here. So what Bill has asked, I love how Bill has inserted himself into the show here.
It's all about consistency.
Does everyone have an elevator intro they use when they are asked what they do? Share if you have a good one. So, an elevator pitch. I guess, because he says, does everyone have an elevator intro they use when they're... what they do, okay. Because I was reading it as, like, when you get in the elevator, somebody asks you what you do. And at that point, I'm like, am I in the wrong elevator? Like, no, don't ask me what I do. We don't talk in the elevator. No, that doesn't happen.
Just press the button.
Yeah. I'll tell you what mine is. I will say I work with thousands of independent travel entrepreneurs all around the country who are cool. I use some bad language there. But and then that's how I leave it. And man,
Just end it with who are
Yeah.
cool. Period.
well, no,
Or
there's
dot.
yeah, there's a curse word it gets a little more colorful.
Oh.
Yeah, and so what happens is they're just like, well, I just cut hair, so then now we got to talk a lot about this. So it's a good elevator pitch for I guess getting strangers to talk to me more. That might be why yeah. I didn't think about that. Anyway, yeah. Do you have an elevator
There's
pitch?
so many places
Yeah.
I want to go with that.
Yeah, I feel like I want to go there. But when you get asked what you do,
Yeah.
what do you say?
Mine's a variation of that,
Yeah,
and it's evolved over the years.
yeah,
But I definitely talk about thousands of entrepreneurs who are building businesses. So, I weave our winning aspiration in there, which is to be the premier host agency on the planet. And
in the universe.
okay, well,
I-
one step at a time.
So-
No, but it is, and then that leads because for most people that I meet, they don't know what a host agency is.
Right.
So it gets into like you said, a conversation of what are the things that we do that help our members build their businesses, and for the longest time, I would tell people, and this is even before I got involved with Travel Quest. I would tell people I was in the travel business, had a travel company, and most people, my wife and children would always get very upset when I told people that, because inevitably the next thing they wanted to know was to talk about a trip they were planning, right?
Okay.
And usually the people I'm talking to are, somebody that my wife or children know, right? And so then I had to let them down, I'm not really in a position to help you with that.
Right.
So then they'd, look at my wife upset and annoyed with me. So now my pitch has changed over the years.
Well,
But to me, the new pitch is so much more exciting, because most people, even if they're not planning a trip, have questions like, "Oh, I've never heard of that. How's that work?"
Right. And what I find is there's so many people that would love to start a business.
Yeah.
And there's loads of resources for you to research how to build a business, but for the conversation, it just opens up to so much by saying, we help them build, power up their businesses, and it just I don't know. I feel like a superhero, a cape.
It's
maybe
very
is
rewarding.
a
I hope you all know this. When you guys succeed, when we see those weekly sales numbers, that really excites us. It makes our day when we get the random email from somebody say, hey, I did this, and it's somebody that we know has been working towards whatever that goal was. That is really exciting for us and really rewarding. So
Yeah.
it's the best job in the world.
It is. It truly is. And then the other thing I would say is, if it wasn't your elevator pitch, do you have something that you say if someone's already in the elevator, maybe a hotel? We stay at a lot of hotels. Is there something that is there a go-to line if someone is in the elevator when you get in?
No. Totally situation dependent.
Yeah. I say hiya. Because it's a little bit off, and then they're like, yeah, what's up, right? But it's not let's have a conversation. But do you guys well, I'd say you guys you're gonna be able to talk it back to me. Do you remember a group called the Black Eyed Peas?
Yeah.
Okay, so Stacey Ferguson, also Fergalicious. I am in the elevator with the bellman who has all these shopping bags. Somebody had been through Union Square. This was in San Francisco. All these shopping bags. I guess they were being delivered to their room. However, he's standing behind me, and so is this rack. And then she comes in with her bejeweled phone, and she looks up and she's like, hey, what's up? She's like, oh, somebody did some shopping. And I was like, yeah, I just like to stock up every once in a while. And she was like, I know how that feels. And I was like, I was so cool with her. Maybe I wasn't.
Did you give her a hiya?
I didn't. No, because at that time I hadn't discovered I needed a hiya. But you do need one, I think. Anyway, let's go over to the news desk, please.
So a couple of things that were found interesting to talk about this week, and one of them is about a year ago, Hilton went on this big, mega international ad campaign, and they started including the Hilton brand and more of their advertising across the portfolio, and they really invested in brand recognition. And I'm curious, and I'd love to hear it in the chat. And there's some stats from the article I was reading about this that showed, their recognition amongst travelers has increased over the last year. But I'm curious to hear if Hilton, over this course of this huge investment over the last year, does Hilton come up more from your clients than it used to? If you think about that for a second and let us know, I'm just quite curious about how that has played out. One of the stats that the article cited was that 59% of travelers considered Hilton for a leisure trip in the first quarter, which is about 11 points higher than it was the same period a year ago. which suggests, they're making inroads. And so, I'm very curious to hear if you're hearing Hilton from your clients more than you used to, because stats are one thing in articles, and you never know with the survey group. You're the group that matters. So I'm curious if you're seeing it in the real world. Let's see here. Silversea bringing out a new academy, so they're launching that new training platform that's going to be part of their portal. Over 20 different courses, which was that's pretty cool. Most of them are short and interactive modules. You can complete them at your own pace, and you can earn a $300 bonus commission when you complete 3 certifications. So I thought that was cool. We already talked about the Virgin Voyages festival on board. Marriott, Joshua, they are tying up with MGM Resorts. So they have a licensing deal with MGM now, and Bonvoy loyalty members can earn points when staying at MGM properties. So that is interesting. And then lastly, just a quick run around the news this week. Ryan Seacrest, he's everywhere.
Everywhere.
He's partnered with Classic Vacations. So he'll be doing some things with Classic Vacations.
Yeah, I mean, he is everywhere.
He sure is.
It's
And we're back here now.
Yeah, we're back here.
So, one more story. Universal, they're going to be introducing a DreamWorks themed land in Universal Orlando. We believe it's in the area where you have like the SpongeBob ride and the what was it?
Woody Woodpecker.
Yeah, the Woody Woodpecker attraction.
God. Okay, so
I
guys,
wasn't expecting that one.
yeah, I wasn't expecting either. You guys have to follow us on Instagram at Travel Quest Network, because there are
You
some.
can hear more of your Woody Woodpecker.
No. So there are some photos of your trip to Universal recently.
Oh, are they?
Yeah. Well, there was a little miscommunique, and they ended up stuck in my phone. And they're about to be there. And there's one picture that
They've now made it across the interweb.
it is made. But it'll be up there soon. But I'm just saying, I feel like it's for all of you who are watching us from the Travel Leaders headquarters group. I know you like fun photos for your Edge conference. I feel like there's a good one. Hey, but before we go, I know we're at time. I just want to say, here are a couple of comments. Velma said, National Elevator Day has its ups and downs. Way to go. Angela Larson said, you need to have someone on the side monitoring the comments and then periodically bringing them on. Isn't that a great idea? Wouldn't you think that would be such a great idea? Oh, Angela.
That would be wonderful.
It would be fantastic. Teresa said, my elevator pitch, tickling your travel taste buds, one experience at a time. R. Terry said, my elevator pitch is, I tell people where to go, and they actually go there. Let's see.
I love that.
Oh, look at this.
What?
Bill said, being the premier host agency isn't an aspiration.
Aw,
We're already there. That's what he said.
that is very kind of you.
Thank you. And then Anthony said, my pitch, I help families strengthen their multi-generational foundation through trips with a purpose. Love it.
Nice.
Lacey, my pitch, I'm like a fairy godmother for vacations. And Lacey is all about the theme park magic. So that really fits
Even
for
better.
her.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
great.
All right. So, we finished another hour.
Yep. And tune in next week, so I'm going to change the whole show up.
Yeah.
Joshua's going to come back. He's not even going to know what this is. Mm-hmm. And send us your questions.
If he changes this show too much, I want you all to text me right away, okay? Because I
Evan
will.
and I are going to have fun. next week.
I bet all of a sudden the calendar's.
I've been waiting for
I'll
years.
try.
for
I'll
this.
try to meet with Evan, and he'll be his whole schedule will be blocked up for the week for strategizing
Yeah.
weekly chatter. Anyway,
There's going to be like a soundstage, the whole deal.
how does that happen when I'm not
been
here
waiting
and
for
I've been
I've
here?
been waiting for years. I'm like, Joshua, sure you don't want to take a day off? You want to take a day off?
Marching band.
Oh no, I can't. Yeah, we'll have an orchestra.
All right, bye y'all. See you real soon.
We love y'all. Have a great weekend.